Hey guys, how's it going? Let's see if I can. Alright, that'll work. How's everyone doing? Just trying to pull up the chat up on here and we'll get started. Everyone. Oh, wait. Can everyone hear me now? Now is it working? I just want to make sure. I'm trying out a new mic, but I think I had it set on the wrong setting. Sweet. Awesome. Hang on, I'm just going to pull up the chat. Oh, it's because I'm in studio. Doug, give me 1 second, and we'll get this thing started. Let's see, sorry I'm a little late to the party. My internet's being wicked slow today. There we go. I'll come down here. Awesome. Cool. Okay, so I have it all set up now. How's everyone doing today? Before we get started with the series, I just want to mention the giveaways that we got going on right now. We have 3 giveaways. Oh, that's loud. Oh, that fell over. This is going great. I'm really enjoying this. Let's try to double stack this shit. Nope. Oh man, I fucking love technical difficulties. Come on, man, this worked last time. Well, now I just have a mic in my face. See, the problem is, it's either I use the mic to get better audio, or I use my phone case. I don't know which one to go with, I'll be honest. Alright, let's get the pop-up chart going. So, we got 3 giveaways going on right now. Number 1, I'm not gonna fucking just have this thing. Boom, much better. Number 1, of course, we have the Herp Hour going on right now. We got the Herp Hour on Twitch and Instagram, 2 social medias, while we're also streaming on Twitch. So if you guys can be so thankful and go over to there on YouTube, the Herp Hour, and then Instagram, of course, the Herp Hour, and give it a follow, a subscribe. If we can get that channel to 100 subscribers and the Instagram to 300 followers, I'll be doing a t-shirt giveaway. I'm not wearing the t-shirt right now, just got a random one, but you guys see it. It's my logo. DBCB Exotics has the jungle carpet, the tokay, and the croc skink. It's a pretty cool shirt. Definitely check that out. Also, we are having another shirt giveaway if we can get this channel to 3,000 subscribers by July 5th. That'll be my 1-year anniversary. I really want to get it to 3,000 in 1 year. I think that'd be really cool. So if we can do that, that would be fantastic. And then finally, the last giveaway. We are doing 1 more sticker giveaway, and that's going to be for Scales 13. If we can get Scales 13 by 1,000 subs, right now he's at, like, I think the last time I checked, 710, so if we can get him 290 subscribers by June 1st, I'll be giving away a sticker as well. If you guys don't know Scales 13, most of you do if you're regular on the chat. You know, he's quite frequently on the chat and stuff. Awesome guy, has awesome content. He's been grinding for, like, years now and just is still below 1,000 subs, so we really need to help the guy out and push him over the edge. That's pretty much the hardest milestone. 0 to 100, then 100 to 1,000 is the hardest 2 milestones you can do while on YouTube. Well, other than that, I will pull up the rest of the thing. Back on episode 2, we talked about some of the questions you guys had on that post, so I'm going to be doing the rest of those today, and then I'll make a new one next time. I think we still have a few to go through, and then later on I'll talk about the, if you guys have any questions of your own, I'll answer them after or in between, I don't know, either or. I kind of got to get down here, it's been a few. Here we go. I think this one's it, or is it this one? No, it's this one. Alright, see, I can prepare for this channel. Showed up like 5 minutes late, got nothing logged in, it's amazing. I think I'm just going to go down the list. Let me know if I already repeated these. Let me get the chat brought back up again. What are you guys saying before we get started? Scales 13 is cool. He's a cool guy. We had him on the podcast on Twitch. I think you can still check it out on Twitch. The problem with Twitch is that it keeps, after a while, I think 2 weeks, it gets rid of the video. That's why we started the YouTube, so there's still like an archive of the videos and podcasts. So it'll be on YouTube, I don't know, shortly. I don't know what John's plan is to how often he's posting the videos. Right now, we do have episode 2 out on YouTube, and that was the Tiger King segment between me and John. So that's out there right now if you guys want to give that one another listen. Obviously, Tiger King's a pretty big subject. Not so much right now, but 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago it was pretty big. More people here. You're on a roll with live stream prep. I feel like that just that's what gives it, the added Dakota touch is the fact that stuff's falling over, the mic's not on the right setting. I didn't even bother putting my light ring. I totally forgot about that because I was late. So, you get subpar lighting today on this stream. That's just how it be, I guess. All right, so the chat's looking good. Let's move on to our first question. I think I saw him in here earlier. I don't know if he's still in, but our first question today goes from Jersey Herper, and he asked, "Where do you place the crested gecko food in the tank?" Did I answer this one? I'm gonna answer it again. Whatever. Where to place the crested gecko food in the tank? At the floor or somewhere higher? How often do you feed your crested geckos insects? Best way to get your parent to frozen mice. Just some ideas to think of. No worries about the light and stuff. Yeah. Thank you, Tavian. Oh, I did answer it? Alright, hang on. Let me move on to another one. I don't want to re-answer stuff. God damn it. I guess I actually answered most of these, huh? Tubs or tanks for breeding crested geckos? That's pretty easy. You guys already know my stance. I got so many fucking tubs in here. I always say tubs for breeding crested geckos. You control the humidity better. You can put a good amount of substrate while still maintaining the humidity. You don't have to saturate the soil so much to try to get that humidity up due to aquariums being open screened, so there's no extra sealing. You just do have to cut a hole or drill holes. I opt for cutting and then placing a mesh in front of it as a small cutout screen. You guys see, if you can watch any of my crested gecko videos, I show it. It just works easier. It's a fraction of the price. Tanks start at $60, $70, $80, where I get all my bins for about $13 to $15 for the big tall ones. It's pretty easy. So in that case, if we're talking about tubs for tanks for a crested gecko, I always say tubs. Now, if you're talking, this is for breeding. If you're talking about just having a pet crested gecko, I definitely rather recommend something like an Exoterra or a Zoo-Med, just to make it look a little better. I honestly don't think if you're just keeping one or two animals as a pet, I don't think tubs or breeding system, rat systems. I feel like you can really just do a lot more with a PVC enclosure if you're talking about high humidity species, or something like a nice Exoterra to just make it look nice. Have a good show enclosure. That's the thing I think would look the best, is having a nice PVC with the LED strip in there, really showcasing it. I think that'd be a way better option than tubs as far as pet keeping goes. If you're only keeping a small number of reptiles, as far as breeding goes, especially if you're trying to do this at any sort of style. One crested gecko is going to give you 14 eggs at the most. Usually it's anywhere around 8 to 14 eggs per year. That's per gecko. So you could be looking at anywhere from 20 to 40 eggs. To 100. I don't know how many crested geckos you're breeding, but yeah, that's a lot. That'd be a lot of little 5-gallon tanks that you'd be getting each time. So unless you're selling those geckos for $2,500 a piece, that's just a business that's going to go downhill if you're going with tanks instead of tubs. Any of you have bearded dragons? I have a bearded dragon. I have 2 bearded dragons, actually. I have a bearded dragon. My wife has a bearded dragon. That's 2 beardies. It's good stuff. Well, just checked out my mice, 40 babies between 3. It's going to be good. I finally have it moving on the way. That's pretty cool. You got a little mice breeding facility going. I've been thinking, or project, not facility. I've been thinking about doing the mice. I don't feel like I have enough. God damn it. Why won't you come back? I'll tell you, I'm not having a good time. We might wrap this up sooner than later. I don't know why this isn't holding right. It's fucking frustrating, man. It's frustrating. I'll give you that. What's the coolest rats? I can handle that about breeding for just a summer and outside. Exos are great, but when you keep a crusty in a screen enclosure. Would I or wouldn't I? I wouldn't. I wouldn't keep. You mean this? I would not keep one in a screen enclosure. I don't think that would hold enough humidity to Unless you got a really humid room, we're talking like outside. Hi, is this a normal tokay? People be messaging me on IG, asking me, what's normal, what's not normal for tokays. What can I say? Just so pick about what my animals eat. The mice I was buying from the stores looked iffy, so I started bringing my own. Good stuff. Always good to know, where your feeders are coming from, where your food is going. It's always good, especially like with insects and stuff. I like gut loading for at least 24 hours to make sure that they have, at least some healthy stuff in there. And so some nutrition is going into that bug that then is going into my animals. Yeah, I have a 500 BSF Black Soldier Fly. Yeah, BSFLs behind me, using it as a stand. Like I said, I have like my regular phone case that has a little pop thing that does that. The problem is it's so thick. Well, actually, I mean, it's thick, but my phone cracked, so I don't know. It seems kind of a piece of junk. Problem is that this part's so thick that I can't get the microphone jack into it, so I have to like figure out how to stand this properly, or maybe I'll just go buy a new, $10 phone case with a stand on it. Probably be for the best. I just made a bioactive bearded dragon cage. I was thinking of putting a male bearded dragon in the cage with my female to breed. Do you have any suggestions? Oh man, I get this question every now and then. It's so dependent. I mean, I guess my first, like, why are you breeding bearded dragons? I guess would be my first question. I mean, there's so many bearded dragons out there right now, and it's a tough gig, man. I mean, crested geckos are one thing. It is an oversaturated market too, but they're pretty easy to handle and take care of as far as enclosure size go. But I mean, when you're talking about anywhere from 20 to 30 baby bearded dragons that all need UVB, heat, and a huge amount of insects, it's a tough gig, man. Sometimes my Dotson chews on a bone and it gets like sharp and he like nicks himself in the mouth and then he screams and continues eating. That's what I'm dealing with right now. How's your guys' quarantine going? That's a good at a wide range attempts. I wouldn't keep it at least, but fair enough. Really, okay, I'm about to learn something new. I have two questions. One, will you get an Argus monitor? I will definitely get an Argus monitor. As far as when, I don't know yet. Got the Quince. Oh my god. Oh dude. I don't want to fuck it up. He's just like staring at me through the window. My Quince monitor. He's giving me the eye. I've been trying to working on taming with him. We're making progress, but just kind of is what it is. It's a slow, steady thing. But yeah, we'll definitely get an Argus sometime in the future if I find out about room. Right now, I actually have a very special project that I'm going into with a friend of mine. We're doing a joint project right now that we're trying to get everything put together. So I have pretty much all my resources and everything that I'm thinking about is going into that project. I'll talk more about it in videos. Once I get a little more details about it, I know it's a congruent thing. I don't want to say stuff and then be like, oh, JK, it's not really happening. So, yeah, it's really exciting stuff. Big plans are happening in the future if we can pull it off, and that's about that. Would you ever consider a Savannah monitor? I would never consider a Savannah. Oh, wait, sorry, I meant that. I thought that said recommend. Words, am I right, people? I personally wouldn't consider a Savannah monitor, just they still require like an 8x4 enclosure. That's a pretty big space. I can do a lot with that space, like an Argus monitor or another Quince monitor. So there are a lot different other like monitors and Varanus species that I would rather own than a Savannah for me to really actually want them. He's getting an Argus. Those are so aggressive. Arguses aren't really aggressive. They're just really food driven. You just got to know how to work with them. Actually, the guy that I'm talking about with the partnership, Chris, he actually bought two Arguses earlier, and he's been training with them, and it's going pretty well. He's got them pretty good where they're not like charging at him and things like that. So they seem to tame down fairly easily. He's got some nice outdoor enclosures for them. I don't think they'll be like too insanely difficult. What kind of phone do you have? I have the Galaxy S something. Oh no, I don't. I traded that. I have the LG VQ40. I think that's what it's called. I was gonna get the Galaxy, and then the Verizon people scammed me. They got the best of me. They used their salesman pitch, and I got into a Zorus. I don't remember what the phone was. It was like this brand new company. The phone was jack shit. It was horrible, awful phone. I finally, after a year, I was like, I can't take this phone anymore. I traded it in, and I'm like, can I get out of my contract? And they said, well, this guy has a special where they'll buy your contract out if you buy this phone. So I have an LG right now. It does the job. Camera could do some work. I've seen some better cameras. I really want that Galaxy S20 they have right now. That thing looks pretty sick. That camera, that's pristine, man. If it's a Droid, I have a stand for it I could send you. Get a wireless phone charging stand. I have one. I need it to be horizontal, though, not vertical. It only allows me to film or live stream horizontally. I don't know if my iPod works. iPhone, no problem. I do tote enclosures for my mice and rats. Super easy to make. Just a tote with wired screen sorting pan. If you're getting an Argus, get it from Nerd. I'd probably end up getting it from Nerd. I actually have this other guy too that breeds Arguses that I've become friends with on Instagram. So I might, I don't know, Nerd or him. I might get it from him. Joe, shit, it's like Joe Cos. Ah, fuck, it's Joe. Starts with a C. It's like con something. Joe Con something more with words. Yeah, he has cool Argus monitors. I'll fucking link it in the comments because now I feel bad once this live stream's over. But he's got some awesome Argus. I've talked to him a bit. I might end up getting it from him rather than Nerd. I got the quints from Nerd, you know. Plan on getting an alligator snapping turtle once I have a pond built. Doesn't even know his own phone. John. Alligators are cool. I've always wanted one. I feel like I should get one pretty soon since they live so long. So, you know, you want to get them while I'm still young, because I'll have it when I'm like 80 or 90 years old. That'd be cool. Just a giant snapping turtle while I'm 90. It's good stuff. I'll message you at work as a speaker too. I want a black or a white throat monitor in the future. Black or white throats are cool. I've always wanted to get into the water monitors and get into the different morphs they have. I think water monitors are the best out of all of them. I just can't own them legally up here in Maine, so I had to I settled for the Quince, who's literally just eyeballing me this whole time. Sup from the land of plenty. Oh my god, it's Matt Beckley, people. Matt Beckley is the man that when I asked him where I could find some ball pythons for a good price, he sent me that I should go and get pet ball pythons that I don't know the lineage of, so I don't know what the parents are, and the fact that they may be hets for a recessive morph, and then I can try to prove those hets out without knowing any information about them. Matt Beckley, people. Female crested gecko has been laying infertile eggs, but when I pair her to a male, she's always biting back and kicking back when a male is approaching her. What should I do? So she's laying female egg. I mean, has there been any confirmed locks, or are you just not letting it go on long enough? If you tried like multiple males, you just keep trying with the same male. Some females are pretty picky. I kind of let like Xena is pretty vocal and headstrong when it comes to breeding. I kind of give it a few minutes and see how it goes, and if it's really going to break out into something, then I'll separate. But I mean, reptile breeding, it's not like, I don't know, it's not really like mammal breeding, like breeding dogs and stuff. It's a pretty rough thing, especially once you get into something more like gargoyles and leeches. Monitors, for example, reptile breeding is like a whole different thing when it comes to, sometimes it gets a little rough. Now, I wouldn't let it get too bad to where you're starting to miss limbs and things like that, but it gets a little rough while you're doing it, I guess, is the what I'm trying to say. Charges both ways. I want a croc monitor. I feel like everyone wants a croc monitor. If only we all had 7,000. Turning 29 this Saturday. I think I'll be able to live long enough. God, what is my dog barking at? Major! Stop! God. Yeah, tomorrow, baby. Which is a cool sometime $5,000 though. Yo, Christine, my B-day is Saturday. Well, happy birthday to Flips and Christine on Saturday. We'll do a happy birthday thing on Twitch. If you guys follow us, twitch.com, the Herp Hour, we'll get some birthday shout outs. I think it'd be pretty cool. Flips, I haven't seen you on Twitch. What's going on, Flips? Would you ever consider getting a yeah, man, I'm like, if there's one thing I'm not good at, it's my Latin. I don't know what the word is. John, that's a shame. You're working on Saturday, 5 p.m. sharp. We have a podcast to do. Oh man. Let's get back to. Actually, I think we're pretty much out of comments or questions. I should have made another post. I thought I had more comments. I'll be honest. This might be a bit of a short stream. I know it's Sunday now, but I'm having trouble keeping humidity. Oh no, I don't think I. I know it's Sunday now, but I'm having trouble keeping humidity in my red-eyed tree frogs enclosure. It's also in a bioactive Exoterra 12 by 12 by 14. A strange enclosure size. I think it is. I'm constantly turning on the fogger off and all day. Is that normal? The dirt is pretty moist. If it'll drop 50% so fast in my house, then I have to turn the fogger back on. If I keep it on low all day, it'll stay at 99%. What can I do? So the first thing I'd recommend for, especially for red-eyed tree frogs, you can see I did it for my tomato frog and my tree frog. I sealed the back, or the top, sorry, with plastic wrap, and then I duct taped it. It doesn't look very pretty. I think that one's actually metal tape. That one's duct tape. Just what I had lying around. It's not the prettiest, but it definitely seals the moisture in. Keeps humidity going a lot longer. I see you said bioactive, so those plants are definitely helping in the deep substrate. So maybe opt for just an automatic misting system. I don't really like the foggers or really recommend them because all it's doing is just, I mean, it's just like a humidifier in there. The problem becomes that you have them in such an enclosed space that it's not getting very well ventilated. So the air is becoming stagnant with this like, very heavy, moist air. I feel like it will cause problems later on as far as bacteria, things, I don't know, things like that. I don't really like the foggers. I always opt for getting an automatic mister if that's the way you're going for. But, you eating jelly beans over there?
I'm trying, but they're all gross.
Where'd you get jelly beans?
I got them the other day.
Popcorn and jelly beans?
They're nasty.
You remember those Harry Potter jelly beans?
No.
Oh man, who remembers the Harry Potter jelly beans? Let me know. Maybe I'm a little too old, but then too young. I don't know. That was a weird era when Harry Potter was very big and they had jelly beans named after him. That was something. They have a cool spiky tail. Fiji iguanas? I know there's Fiji iguanas, Mexican spiny tail, like the pied Mexican spiny tails. I know those two as far as like smaller iguanas go. If you had a nano enclosure like an Exoterra 8 by 8 by 12, what would reptile or amphibian would you put in there? 8 by 8 by 12 is it's a pretty small enclosure. I think I keep like isopods in mine. Millipedes. I think inverts are the way to go with that. I think it's not really big enough for any like amphibian or reptile to happily live in. It just doesn't seem like enough space. Dude, decay snakes. I mean, I could do a bunch of snakes. Same. What did I miss? Hey, how's it going, Tristan? Yeah, spiny-tailed iguanas. I got it right. There we go. Oh, morning geckos. That's another good one, Toby. You're right. Morning geckos would do fine. I think that's literally like the only gecko small enough that would work in an 8 by 8 by 12. Good job. Micro frogs. I don't know anything about micro frogs. I'm pretty bad with my amphibians. I really shine with lizards and most snakes. That's where my knowledge stems from. Not frogs. Frogs haven't interested me very much. I only have a very select few. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all the questions. Maybe I'll check. Did I make 2 posts or did I make 1? Let's find out. Oh, by the way, while there's 17 of you here, real quick, there's 17 people and I only see 13 thumbs up, you guys do me a huge favor and just go down there and press that thumbs up button. There's 18 people now. If we can get this thing to 18 likes, that would be incredible. It really helps out the channel, and, it's like just a quick thing. Boom, like, we're done. I'll drop it now. That's all, just like, that's all it is. Also, I'm trying to get a couple more people, so I'm doing this thing where I want to get you guys kind of on my channel. I want a thing where you guys send me a video clip of yourself telling me what your best reptile is or what you think the best reptile is and show them off in whatever that animal is in your collection. Right now we have 4 people, so I still have 6 more slots to fill up for that video to come. I really want to get it done, or at least get it set up by the beginning of next week. If I really can't get these clips, I'm not gonna do, because I know John's like just constantly waiting on these clips. I don't really want to do that. If I can't get these 6 slots filled by Monday, I think I'm just going to drop the idea, because it's obvious, not many people really are interested in it. If I can't get, 10 people out of 2,100 subs to make a thing about it. So yeah, 6 people. If you want to be in a video on DBCB Exotics, send me a video clip. Just try to keep it under a minute, because we do have 10 people doing it, of what you think the best reptile is, and show that off, and whatever best reptiles in your collection. You can email it to me at dbcbexotics@gmail.com, or you can send it to me on Instagram at dbcbexotics. Both people have done both, and they seem to both work pretty well. There was a second one. I skipped it. Let's find more questions, people. Let's get this thing started. Hang on, let's read what the chat's saying. If you could only have one type of snake, what would you get? I would get Boegas. Any of the mangrove snakes. I think they're so fucking cool. I wish I could have them. Again, it's another thing where they're not legal here. I totally wish I could fucking... That's the one snake that, like, I can't wait to get out of here and move to a different state where I can finally own those, because Boegas are like a dream snake. I didn't really actually know anything about them until Renee pointed them out. She really liked them, and they're kind of her dream snake, and as soon as I saw them, I was like, holy shit, that's an amazing snake. And the more I've learned about them and everything, they're a really cool animal. If I could only have one snake, it would definitely be one of the Boega species. Probably the Boega dendras. Copying me, I see. John, I just wanted to see if I could do it, I'll be honest, because I saw you were struggling pretty hard, and I was like, how hard could it be to get 10 people to send you a video clip? Apparently, very difficult, John. I applaud you for getting as far as you did on it, because I am failing. I think I had 3 people express interest in the video. Articulated Python easy. I don't know what that means. Where can I find your email? You can email me. It's dbcbexotics@gmail.com. I don't have a link for it. It's just a Gmail account, so my business name @gmail.com is the full thing. I'm excited to see that video, see what others suggest, or maybe just do 5. Maybe not too many people want to be on YouTube. I mean, who wouldn't want to be on YouTube? Don't you see the lavish lifestyle that I'm living right now? I mean, I'm totally not stressed out by this whole thing. It's not driving me insane. I'm having fun, guys. Wuma. Matt Beckley. So Matt Beckley he was a general manager at a pet store that I used to work at, and he got in a breeding pair of Wuma pythons, and I kick myself in the teeth every day for not buying that fucking breeding pair of Wuma pythons. They were at like $650 or $700, something like that. They were so cheap, and I didn't get them. I mean, $600 and $700 was a lot for me back then, but at this point, I mean, think how much they'd be worth. I mean, I'd be rolling in Wuma python money now. I mean, if I could actually get them to breed, there's a bunch of milestones or obstacles there for me, so I mean, it probably wouldn't have worked. I would have sold them off, but, I kind of wish I got them. Phone's gonna die, gotta go, see you later. I'll see you later, Toby. What state are you in? I am in the great state of Maine, where they legalize weed, but illegalize every reptile you could possibly want. Bush pit vipers are going to definitely be at DBCB Exotics. I just have to figure out what state I'm going to go to, and then figure out what license, if I do end up needing a license, depending on where I go. I will definitely own bush vipers. They are one of my favorite venomous snakes. They're super cool. I just love them. They're an amazing snake. I mean, just looking at them, they're incredible. I'll definitely own bush vipers in the future. No, that's it. Yeah, that's the lifestyle. Tristan, it's dark, depressing, and reptiles, filled with reptiles. Oregon, obviously. All right, let's get back to these questions. I think I've spent enough time in the comments. Another good question from the Jersey Herper. Good shit. So this one comes from, obviously, I just said, the Jersey Herper. Do king snakes ever try and eat each other when pairing due to the fact that they are a species of snake-eating snakes? Yes, I have heard of that happening. Personally, it did not happen to me. I did not lose any king snakes during my breeding sessions. I have heard it happening to other people. Obviously, the big name, Brian Barczyk. He talks about it every now and then where his females eat his male breeders. It's one of those things that just happens. I try to pay really close attention, and I just pair until they lock, and as soon as they unlock the mail, as soon as they get the business done, I put them right back because I don't want to risk any. I mean, they're expensive snakes. I don't want to risk them having eating each other and me losing a male because of that. All right, next question. How do you budget and how do you make sure that you stay on top? I think I actually answered that question before, so we're gonna skip it. Crested gecko shedding. They eat their sheds. Now you know. What is the safest loose substrate for a beardy? Maybe I answered all these already. I thought I had more questions. Yeah, I think I did. I answered all of them. Well, we're out of questions, people. I did not do my research, and I thought I only answered a couple, but it looks like I answered quite a few. So, at this point, if you guys want to ask me anything else, other than that, I think I'm going to just call it an early stream, and we'll pick this up next week. We'll make another post. You guys can ask questions, and I'll answer them on the next episode. Chill sitting all the time. I just love to look around. Recently got into breeding cresties for my business. Got any tips on morphs to breed? I have a beautiful male but a simple female. Should I get another female? I don't think I'm the best person to ask about the crested geckos because that is not a thriving side of my business. Thing with crested geckos, try to reach that middle ground between high quality but not too expensive. I wouldn't say you want to start out with stuff like Xantix or Lily Whites because you being a new name when there's hundreds and thousands of breeders out there, you're gonna have a tough time selling those things. I like to do mid-tier, anywhere from $300 to $600. Usually looks really nice. Some nice lineage. Crested gecko fanatics, man, breeders, they love the lineage on their animals. They want a fucking family tree for every gecko that you own. Good quality, and spend a little bit on the breeders. That's pretty much the one thing. Try to make a strong impression. Try to pick to a specific thing that you like because they're kind of everyone has big breeders on every side. Tigers, Super Dells, Inkblots, Lily Whites, Xantix, Harlequins, Tricolors. There's always a big name per morph, so there's really no niche that you can kind of get into and work your way up. It's just more of a thing at this point. It's kind of like with ball pythons. Breed what you like and try to build your own brand off of it is my best advice. Definitely, if you're having something that's kind of a subpar or even like pet quality gecko, I would not breed her. You're going to have a really tough time selling animals from subpar animals in that genre of crested geckos. How tokay shed? They go, ugh, and they eat it. That's on the internet now. People want red. Want red what? Serious question. If I name Aki Komodo and I breed him with a bearded dragon, will I be able to produce Komodo dragons? There you get a monstrosity. I think they look pretty cool. I'll be honest. What's your opinion on hybrid snakes like BC hybrid? OBI BC hybrid. I'm not a big boa person, so I wouldn't really care. I feel like boa people are kind of like carpet people, where you have to keep those lines as pure as possible. I know I've gotten shit in the past because I called my BC a BC a red tail, and people really, there are a couple of people that are like, you're a fucking dumbass, you don't know, that's just a common boa, that's not a true red tail, it's not the true locality, it's not, so not so far into that where I don't know, my whole thing, I'm more into like the designer, morph genetic stuff versus the purity and line breeding, making sure you have bloodlines are as pure as possible. I kind of went the opposite route, so I don't have much of a strong opinion on that. I mean, I go as far as I like hybrid snakes, like bat eaters. I think bat eaters are wicked cool looking, and a bunch of like those different crosses, like jungle ball pythons, ball python, wuma pythons. I don't remember like the hybrid terms, but all of those guys look wicked cool to me. Red cresties. People do want red crested geckos. If you can find a nice red patternless or red bicolor, that's it. I just have this girl. Oh, she's fired down now. Come back. It looks like she just laid some more eggs. Oh wait, I thought the camera. I thought I was using the webcam. She's pretty orange right now, but she fires up a nice red color. Crested geckos, man. You see that? That's pro handling right there. Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, bat eaters. Awesome stuff. BC is red tail, BI is common. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about it. That's honestly how much I care about it. I guess I don't know the right terminology for the localities. Truthfully, I haven't seen a lot of interest in red cresties lately. I've seen a lot of interest in the darker colors, mochas, tricolors, Halloween. I mean, tricolors are just like everyone loves the tricolors, and everyone the lily whites are the huge thing right now. How did I miss? I answered 2 of your questions too, Jersey Herper. You missed a lot. I want to hybridize a Cresty with a gargoyle with a Chihuahua, gargoyle with a Samoan, Chihuahua with a... Jesus Christ, Tristan, you're making a fucking science experiment over there? You're just gonna hybridize the whole reptile community? Every New Caledonian gecko will be hybridized, I swear. No, they dropped the C in BCI because it's considered its own species. Now, see, that's the shit I'm talking about, man. I can't keep up with it. I have discovered the power of Reddit. It's a powerful source. I'm not on the Reddit train yet. It's a new Thursday stream. We're doing every Thursday, and then Saturdays, of course. Well, geez, we got 36 minutes on this? I mean, fuck it, I can just make it a short stream. It's not the end of the world. Alright, if you guys have any last questions, I'll answer them. Other than that, toasted marshmallow also try. It's not a jelly. Jelly beans need to be fruit. That's the whole thing. What you need to do is you need to go to that lower right hand corner, and when you see that subscribe button, you gotta hit that bell notification too, so you get notified when new videos posted. Oh, well, speaking of red-tailed boas, the next video I have going out is just of my common boa, not a red-tail. See, I got you guys. I know. I got the terminology. I'm hip. I'm hip with the boa world. I do have a new video coming out about my boa. It's going to be about our boa constrictors, the best large snake. I go into 3 big reasons why I think that is a true statement. It'll be pretty cool. It's about boas. Boas are cool. Big snakes, cool snakes, fun snakes. Those are my 3 reasons. You don't have to watch the video anymore. Nice lag. Glad I was able to stay for most of it. I'll see you later, Tavian. Oh, the sad thing is they are on. That's some BS, man. YouTube is what it is. Alright, guys. Shut's dying down, which means this video or live stream is dying down. Like I said, for any of you else, we have 3 live streams... We have 3 giveaways going on right now. One is for the Herp Hour. If we can get the Herp Hour to 100 subscribers on YouTube and 300 followers on Instagram, I will be doing a t-shirt giveaway. Number 2 is for my channel. If we can get this channel to 3,000 subscribers by July 5th, which is my 1-year anniversary on YouTube, I'll be giving away another t-shirt. And then finally, we are doing a sticker giveaway for Scales 13. If we can get Scales 13 to 1,000 subs, which is only 290 more people. So if you guys haven't already, go sub the Scales 13. If we can do that by June 1st, I'll be giving away 1 sticker. Other than that, that's about it. New video Friday, 4:15. Of course, we have the Herp Hour on Saturdays. It's going to be a great episode. We got my buddy Chris coming on. Chris pretty much owns... Sorry, man. I got some flyaways going. Need to... is what it is. My buddy Chris pretty much owns every reptile that I wish I could own. He's got alligator, retics, Argus monitors, water monitors, Nile monitors. Dude has a bunch of shit. It's going to be a really good podcast. It'll be fun stuff. Definitely check it out. It's going to be the Herp Hour Saturday at 5 p.m. Are there any other comments? I'm watching this while at work, so I can't concentrate to ask serious questions. This is way better than work night. JP's Lizard World. Tame the Worms. That's going to cover it then. Tame the Worms. That's where we're ending it. Thank you guys for watching. Tune in next Thursday. I'll make a post right after the stream, so go comment questions on it so we can keep this going for a little longer. I just don't want this to be a live stream really about nothing where it's a bunch of dead air and I'm just waiting for people to talk. Doesn't seem right. So we're going to do a short one today, next Thursday. Hopefully it's a little longer and we get some questions. That's going to cover it. I'll see you guys later. Well, I need to press 2 more buttons and then we're out.